Before I forget, like, comment, and subscribe.
He's finally.
I'm gonna put some fireworks.
He's finally done it. Oh my god! And to be fair, I didn't remember to remind him this time.
Like, comment, subscribe, because once you watch this, you probably won't want to. So like, comment, subscribe, please, guys. Check out our socials. Give us some love. And into the episode.
Yeah. Today we're branching on to a few theories or shower thoughts, as you like to put it.
Oh. Yeah. I'm in the shower. I get a thought. It's normally a sexy thought, but hold on. We've got some deep shower thoughts.
Deep shower thoughts.
Right, let me find the fucking.
Let's get the list up because I can't remember shit.
Oh, there's the mouse. Right. This is not really a shower thought, but it's something that we mentioned when we were discussing lucid dreams.
Now this could be a whole episode in itself because this shit is fascinating as fuck.
I don't think I've ever had a lucid dream.
It's very...
Wait, is a lucid dream a dream that you control, or is it when you wake up and you can't move?
No, that's sleep paralysis.
Sleep paralysis. Yeah. Oh, a lucid dream is when you can control a dream. Actually, I think I'm actually quite good at lucid dreaming. Sorry, I got confused.
Wait, so you can...
So
you know you're dreaming?
I quite often know that I'm dreaming and I just fuck about in my dreams, but like I start flying and shit.
When the fuck have you even told me that?
To be fair, I think it's something that I've always been able to do.
Yeah, some people are naturally good at it.
I don't think I've ever I'm going to try and lucid dream, where, because people do things of if I see this in a dream, then I know it's a dream. You put things in the dream for your brain to go, this is a dream, and then you start going, I can start doing shit
I try to go into a lucid dream from waking state, so I lay in my bed, and I just pretty much meditate until your body gets to that point, and then you start seeing what's called hypnagogia, which is like the colours in your eyes, and that's when REM starts.
I think I get lucid dreaming just before I wake up.
Yeah, that's.
I think
it depends. If you wake up, because obviously you have more of a schedule when you sleep.
Yeah.
If you wake up right before, you're probably at the end of your sleep cycle where REM is happening.
Yeah, I always the best way I can describe it is I'm laid and I know that I'm dreaming and I can feel my body's resting and I can control the dream.
That's strange.
I think
I've always wanted to do it properly, but
I think because there's quite often in a dream where I'll be like, well, I can fly. And people are like, no, you can't. And I'm like, yeah, I can. And I just start flying and shit. Or I just do random shit where I'm like, I say to myself, this is a dream. And I'm like, boom, let's just drive a car.
That's really cool.
Or, I'm really good while I'm in a dream, realising it's a dream.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm not very good at. I've been trying. Look, we're just jumping ahead. If you guys don't know what lucid dreaming is, it's essentially you have your conscious and your subconscious mind. And essentially what a lucid dream is, when you approach the stage of your sleep cycle called REM, which is called rapid eye movement, that is a dream state where your body goes into the dream world and that's where everything's happening. And a lucid dream is where your mind becomes consciously aware that what is going on right now in this dream is a dream and it's not real. So your body is still fast asleep, it's all to do with the mind and more specifically your conscious mind, because your subconscious mind is always creating this shit. So when you become active and you know what's happening, instead of the dream playing out depending on what your thoughts are, whatever, you can then instigate stuff. So instead of, for example, say I'm having a dream where I'm running in the air or something like that, and I realise what's going on, I can then go right, I'm in a dream now, like Dan said, I'm gonna go fly to here, or there's people that have had sex with their famous crushes in a lucid dream.
Yeah, and you and
it feels real to them.
Yeah, it does.
It's crazy.
The dream feels real to the point where sometimes when I lucid dream, you don't have complete control sometimes. So you sort of have control and then you lose it.
Yeah.
So you can be having control, but then I'm flying and then all of a sudden I get hit out of the sky by something.
Yeah.
And I start to get a bit scared, and then I can get control of it again. So I go in out of these states where it's I'm controlling, either I'm falling into a deeper sleep or something, I lose control again, and then I gain control again where I can then start doing stuff. But it's not a complete... I have complete control the whole time. It's like what seems like I control an hour, which is probably like 30 seconds. I then lose control for like an hour, and then I gain control again. So in my sleep, there's like 3 hours of time that's passed, and I've had control. So like, something can be happening, and then the best time that I actually start a lucid dream is when something bad is happening in my dream, and I start to feel fear.
I've been trapped in a nightmare before, where I know what's happening, but my body's panicking so much, and I can't actually wake up because it's sleep paralysis. That's happened to me once.
But no, like with lucid dreaming, like I seem to be able to lucid dream when I'm like a bad situation's going on, because I'm like, this is so unrealistic. That's what triggers it for me, when something unrealistic happens.
That is cool how you can.
So my body sort of goes, or like my brain goes, this is unrealistic. You know, like when I'm watching soaps and stuff, I can't watch them if they're unrealistic. That's what happens in my dreams. So like, I might be flying a Boeing 747, my brain goes, you're never going to fly a Boeing 417. And then I go, yeah, I can't fly a boat. And then that's when I sort of break down the dream.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I'm the opposite. I've always tried to, and I've been...
But I think that's the issue. Maybe you're trying, like, too hard.
No, maybe. That is the part, like, because I try and go into a lucid dream from a waking state, rather than just, like you, realising you're in a dream.
But apparently you can put things in place, like... You can put placeholders in your dream where, like, if I see this coin...
Yeah, there's called reality checks. Like, for example, when people do this.
Yes.
That you obviously.
Yeah, like that.
If I do that in a dream, my hand will go through my other hand. Like, and then your mind goes, hang on.
Well, your receptors don't feel that.
Yeah.
As such, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you could, in your dream, your hand might not go through. Well, this is from my personal experience anyway, but the things that you touch, you don't actually feel like you're touching.
Right.
So, like, touching you. I can feel that I've got a grip on you. In my dream, I'll touch you, but I don't feel that sensation of that I'm actually holding something.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
no, I get it.
I'm doing what I'm doing in real life, but the receptors of me...
Damn, well, I didn't expect him to be such an expert. I literally was just going to highlight this point, and then Dan see this uncovered story.
Sorry, I just thought... But that's it, like, it's just normal to me. So like, when people go on about it, I'm like, I can control my dreams like 80% of the time.
My missus can as well.
Well, I'm just like, oh, that's not different. That's just me.
I'm very and there is something. It gets a little bit more spiritual-ish, kind of, because there's another form of lucid dreaming that is incredibly, but it's more meditation, and it's astral projection.
Is this when you think that you're going into the different realms of reality?
Pretty much, yeah.
You split your conscious, your spirit, and your soul.
You don't split it up. It's more you project your spiritual self out of your physical body, and you're pretty much on a different plane of existence.
Yeah.
And then you can, but it's more. It's the way to describe it. It's like a lucid dream, but way more. You can do way more in control. You can go to different places.
And you can speak to like higher beings.
Yeah. I mean, I've tried.
Is it weird that I want to try shrooms?
Yeah, no, I have thought about it as well, because that's...
Like, on a serious level, like, my birthday's in like 2 weeks, and I'm thinking I may have to bring out the shrooms.
Really?
Yeah, on a serious level.
Damn.
Or like something that's going to just make me question my life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I have thought about it as well. I just, you always have that thought of, what if you do it?
If I have a bad trip, I have a bad trip.
Yeah.
That's basically, like, that's cool. Like, I do it in my own house, but like, I live on a farm, like, I'll probably just go for a small walk while I'm on shrooms and shit.
Yeah, it's not like you're gonna in a city where you sort of get into something or doing something destructive.
Yeah, like I live on a farm. Like I'm just gonna go for a walk and shit, probably. But I do really.
Do you reckon Sarah would do it with you?
I'm hoping so. I don't know though. Don't know. I'm hoping so that we can share the experience.
Yeah, something like that. You want to do it with someone that.
But like, I just want to try it. Do you know what I mean? Because people go on about it all the time, and like.
Oh yeah, like there's a lot of famous people claiming like how it's.
I'm also like low key. I would try DMT.
It's like the strongest LSD, isn't it?
Yeah, because like all of these tribe people do it, and now like they're now selling it to white people, as they would say it. Like they're just selling it to the celebrities of the world.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's There is actual camps, isn't there? Where you do a whole thing.
You pay for like a retreat. It's like a retreat. That's what it is. And you pay for like 3 weeks worth, and you go there for like 2 or 3 weeks, and you have it. And while you're having it, they will talk about. So, you know, like Wim Hof did that program where while you're breathing, he's talking, and you feel the emotion. That's kind of what it's like. You take the DMT, and then they talk to you about the thing, and then you afterwards people are like, oh my god, I'm going to change my life. I spoke to this higher being who told me that I need to change my ways, I need to do this, I need to invest in this time, and I need to do X, Y, and Z. I need to stop feeling like I need to stop being selfish, I need to do this, I need to do that.
Yeah. I honestly, it's like the whole manifesting, or like talking to the universe, or getting guidance from different things.
Yeah, like I used to think that manifestation was a real thing, and then I just realised that it's all about just that manifestation is just hard work.
I think like manifesting is.
I think it's good if you're not mentally. I think it's a good thing like to manifest if you're like if that helps you in the day, then go do it.
Yeah.
But like I used to manifest all the time, and then now that I'm not in a mentally bad place, manifesting was just a way to focus your goals.
I know, that's what I mean. I think I don't want to, because I don't know fully. I'd like to believe there's something out there that, you know, like higher being, whatever you want to call it.
See, but my question is then, so do you think that God is real then?
That's where you get into a touchy subject, don't you? You kind of like...
Because you're like, I want there to be a higher being, but I don't believe in God, but God is a higher being.
Because this is where you get that controversy... Like, we're going way off track now.
Yeah, we'll get back on it, but these are shower thoughts. We'll just call this podcast shower thoughts.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, but that's where that controversy comes in with the science. Because people are saying, Big Bang exists, but something had to have created the Big Bang.
Could Big Bang not have just happened by itself, though?
No, but it could have.
Because what they're saying is because there's now a new theory that it was two black holes that sucked each other in, that then...
Well, at the moment, I've heard on the news there could be two black holes that are merging right now.
Yep, and that's why they're waiting to see what happens to see if it causes another Big Bang.
What the fuck's gonna happen? What's that gonna mean? We're gonna get...
Well, so it's a million light years away. It probably doesn't mean anything to it. It probably won't affect us.
No, there'll be something. If it's a bit, another bit, mate. If there's cosmic microwave like CMD,
yeah, but that's
from the first Big Bang.
There's loads of black holes and stars that blow up all the time.
No, blowing up is different. Merging of two supermassive.
Yeah, but they don't know what's going to happen. It might make one giant black hole.
Well, yeah. To be fair.
They don't know what's happening, but like stars blow up all the time and we don't see an effect.
No one knows enough about.
Also, like we could see it, and it might just be really not. Because nobody knows what happens when you go into a black hole.
No. There's a lot of different random theories.
So they don't know what happens.
Some people think they're wormholes of the universe.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like it, doesn't it? Because the way it bends the light, it's like, wow, that just looks tricky.
It's just mental, isn't it?
It is crazy.
But anyway,
let's switch topics because we spoke about that one a lot. We'll probably, like we said, we like to keep things natural here, so there's a chance we'll probably end up revisiting some of these topics that we're interested in. That one
we went from lucid dreaming to DMT to creator of the universe there a little bit,
and now we've got
next thing.
Oh, you can start. You can carry on. You're the one that suggests this one. So
when you die, the light at the end of the tunnel that you see is you being born in a hospital, and the reason why you come out crying is because that's you dying and remembering your last life.
That is so crazy though. That is, but I suppose none of us have really had a true proper near-death experience to go, yeah, that's what happened, or like that flash before life flashed before your eyes.
Yeah, but people just go, yeah, there was a light at the end of the tunnel, but and then I came back to life. Like they don't say, oh, I saw the lights of the hospital.
No, yeah, but light at the end of the tunnel, you don't know what that light is until you're closer to it.
The thing is, the light at the end of the tunnel might just be like, because people go, it's like the gates to heaven, or it could just be your body, the way that it's shutting down and the receiving light.
I was about to say...
It could just be as simple as that.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like, we have all these outlandish claims, but they could be something such as simple as, oh yeah, this is where your receptors just do this. But, I don't know, it's always nice to believe in things like that.
So yeah, that's a cool one, like when you're dying, the light that you see at the end of the tunnel is actually...
Something I have heard, adding on to that, birthmarks that you have on your body are actually meant to be symbols of how you died in your past life. So for me...
Well, this one ties very well into the next one, to be fair.
It does indeed, yeah. So for me, I think I've got 2 or 3 birthmarks. They're kind of like not spots, but they kind of like you can.
Well, they're blemishes of the skin, aren't they?
Yeah. So in my past life, apparently I was shot to death.
Yeah.
If that's the real thing. Dan says he doesn't have any, but
I don't think I have.
Unless you got one.
Unless I've got one on my back potentially. Yeah. I think I might have one on my back. So I don't know. I got stabbed in the back by a friend.
the way your face expression went.
No, but and then leading on to that one is deja vu.
We all know deja vu.
So deja vu is, for anybody that doesn't know, who's been living under a rock, is when you do something and you go, that feels really familiar, but I've never done this before. Yeah. So what they're saying is that deja vu could be your unconscious mind remembering stuff that happened in a past life.
Mm.
Have you heard about the girl that was born and led people to her body?
Oh, I have heard this because she started talking about her past life really clearly.
And she went, I can tell you where I was buried. And she takes them to the exact spot.
That is crazy.
Like, how does she know that? She's like 4 or something. Like, she's not even old.
Because I think there's another one. There's another one where this kid was like, and I don't know how old he was, but he was kind of like, oh yeah, I used to be this, I used to do this. And then he got to a certain age, those memories completely disappeared.
Yeah. Well, that's what they say. As you grow older, you forget your past life because you're more focused on your new life. But when you're younger, you're still closer to the old life than what you was your new life.
Yeah, that is. But, like, you know, my dad,
yep,
he could not handle deja vus. He gets chronic fear. If he has a deja vu that happens, he almost has a panic attack.
Really?
Is
he like, whoa?
Look, it makes his head all like brain fog, and he starts getting panic. And he needs my mum there. Like, my mum needs to calm him down because he just goes all over the place. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's related to his his skull fracture.
Skull fracture.
But deja vu's literally, I don't know what it is. It triggers something in him. He just gets overwhelmed with fear.
But it is really weird when you go, this is weird. I feel like I've done this before.
For me,
and then never done it.
It's not as simple as just, I've done that. It's a whole. Sometimes it's more than one thing. Like,
the whole experience.
The whole, like, I just said this, and I just said this. That it kind of all ties into one thing.
I have it sometimes where, like, and this is where it comes back to the lucid dreaming, and is there something that is connected? There's been times that I've had a dream, and then, like, a month later, what that whole time in the dream happens in real life to the point of what we said, what we did. It mostly happens when I'm with you.
Yeah.
So, like, so I don't know, in my brain, like, and I don't know if you see it on my face sometimes, we'll be doing something, and then all of a sudden my brain goes, see, like, I told you that this would happen. That's kind of like what happens in my brain.
Yeah.
And I sort of freeze and go, I had a dream, or I thought about this, and this is not even a little bit, this is exactly what happened.
Sometimes, just quickly relating to lucid dreams, sometimes I have dreams that are very vivid, but I don't think I've ever been able to control them. Like, one of the most vivid dreams I had was I was running towards a house, and there was loads of tornadoes everywhere. And one was like kind of grabbing my foot.
Have you ever Googled what dreams mean?
Yeah, I have, yeah. I was running away, and a tornado caught my foot, but I somehow managed to get out of it.
That's weird, like a little ghost grabbing you.
And I carried on, I made it to the house, and then sort of the tornado picked up the house, threw it, and it landed perfectly, and everything was fine.
That is a bit weird.
Like, it's weird how, it's just crazy how vivid some dreams. Like, when I was younger, I had a dream I was in a relationship, and I generally woke up thinking I was in a relationship.
Oh no, there's been times where I woke up and I'm like, no, that was just a dream, that's not real. And it's really weird, because you're like...
legit...
I had it the other day, I had it last Saturday. I said to Sarah, babe, I'm going to wake up at like 4 o'clock. I'm going to go take photos of the sunrise. Hopefully I'll catch some deer.
Yeah.
Sarah wakes me up at like 8 o'clock, she goes, why are you not out? And I go, I've run out of tickets for the sunrise. And Sarah goes, what? I'm like, I woke up, people bought all the tickets. I couldn't go to the sunset because I ran out of tickets. And then Sarah sort of wakes me up a little bit. She goes, "Were you having a dream?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm annoyed at myself because I had a dream that there was a queue to join to get the best sunset photos."
Yeah.
And I woke up late and missed my ticket, so somebody took my spot, so therefore I couldn't take a sunrise photo, and I legit thought that that's what was happening.
That's great. So, like, you were thinking about it that much in your sleep, you kind of dreamt about it. Yeah. What the hell is going on?
1 second.
Just casual alarms going off. I will swiftly move on to the next topic while Dan's fixing that situation. Another thing, deja vu, obviously, it's a crazy thing. No one knows exactly what it is, I don't think. I mean, is it worth looking? Have you ever looked it up?
What?
What is deja vu?
Exactly. Well, deja vu is just when your body thinks that it's done something before.
Well, yeah, I can't really look it up because it would just tell me. No, but like what causes it and stuff like that. But yeah, so it says deja vu is a French loan word expressing the feeling that one has lived through the present situation before. Although some interpret deja vu in a paranormal context, mainstream scientific approaches reject the explanation of deja vu as precognition or prophecy. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but it's basically just kind of like you feel that you've lived through this.
You feel like that you've lived it before.
But moving on, the next topic is Simpsons. Everyone knows Simpsons.
And their fucking predictions.
Yeah, everyone knows them. They're probably the longest standing TV show, probably one of the most popular ever.
They've had like 794 episodes.
Something ridiculous like that. I used to watch it.
34 seasons.
I think when I was a little kid, I think that was
used to be on every day at 6.
I don't know what time. Yeah.
It used to be Channel 4 every day at 6.
I used to watch it religiously as a child, but like Dan said, their predictions and how uncanny and specific their predictions have been. They've predicted so many things that it's pretty much blown up in the news, and people are like, "What the hell's going on?" It's like Simpsons. The whole show just has some sort of crystal ball that predicts everything.
Time traveller. Some people say.
Yeah. So some of the predictions, I think probably the one, like you said the other day, one of the most uncanny predictions was Trump coming down the escalator, because it matched everything frame by frame of the way he waved and everything. It was just kind of creepily specific to what actually happened.
1 second.
And as well, I think what was one of the other ones? They've predicted
so much. So like Donald Trump walking down the thing. The three-eyed fish.
Oh, the three-eyed fish, yeah.
The tiger. There was 2 entertainers that used to have a tiger.
Yeah.
And the Simpsons predicted that the tiger would turn on them, and the tiger did rip one of their arms off or something.
Oh, crap. There's also. I mean, there was one that said that they predicted COVID.
But we found out that was a hoax.
Yeah, someone had photoshopped one of the things to say it was COVID, but it was just a standard virus outbreak, so you could relate that to anything.
Let me just get some of the ones up. So you've got, just to quote some of the things that they've done, three-eyed fish. Yes, Sigrid and Roy tiger attack.
Yeah.
Horse meat scandal. So people that don't know, in the UK, there were Tesco's, I think it was, had burgers that had a horse meat, and apparently in a video there's a Simpson things where she's putting horse meat into food. Autocorrect being one of them. Smartwatches being another one. some people saying that they might have predicted the shard. The discovery of the Higgs boson equation.
Higgs boson.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, it's hang on. It's been ages since I did.
The equation predicts the mass of the Higgs boson particle. A Ebola outbreak apparently as well. Disney buying 20th Century Fox.
I remember the Ebola one. Is an elemental particle that's in the standard model of particle physics, produced by the quantum excitation of the Higgs field, one of the fields in particle physics theory. I mean, that's getting
quite deep.
Quite deep into that. I don't actually know.
Apparently, they also predicted cannabis being legal in Canada. They predicted Donald Trump being president. They predicted faulty voting machines. That one's a bit of a touchy one because there's no... Basically, in America, they basically said that Joe Biden's election was rigged.
Right.
By saying that when they pressed things, it went on to the other one. They predicted the US team beating Sweden in curling at the Olympic Games.
There's also that...
Nobel Prize winner. Lady Gaga in the Super Bowl half-time.
Yeah. No, but they also predicted the Super Bowl winner as well, didn't they? I can't remember who it was.
So the thing is that there's that weird fact of, do Simpsons predict the future or do people take inspiration from what they say? So some of the stuff like Donald Trump being president, that was them taking the piss and it came true. But like Lady Gaga's halftime show with her having the flamethrowers on her tits, did she see that, think it was funny, and then did it because she'd seen it on The Simpsons? Then people made people go, oh my god, The Simpsons predicted it, but she looked at it and was like, oh, that's funny if I did that actually.
Because there's so many, I think
there is a lot.
There's something involved with it. You can't call it coincidence or just...
As I said yesterday, is it they've thrown enough shit at the wall that some of it is stuck, but some of it is very canny, like him on the escalator waving. It's like it was exactly the same.
Yeah, but who knows? Who knows? I mean, like we said, we looked at some. They predicted apparently 2028 Ivanka Trump to be president, as we saw in one of the episodes.
But I don't think she can because I don't think she's American, and I think in America you can only be American to be president.
Yeah, I don't know the whole legalities of it.
But that Simpsons could be a whole episode in itself because there's so many weird things.
Yeah.
Next thing that we want to quickly touch on, Mandela effect.
Now this one is interesting.
So we actually did a bit of a test, and I wish I was recording it yesterday. And Mandela effect is basically that you remember history wrong.
Yeah.
And basically where it originates from is that people believe that Nelson Mandela died in prison, and they remember seeing his funeral and blah, 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 like that. Nelson Mandela effect is basically that you remember history wrong. One of the famous ones is Luke, I am your father. He didn't say that, he says, no, I am your father. C3PO having a silver leg.
Yeah, I know, and we, like we said, we should have recorded it. I legit went on to Disney Plus.
Yeah.
While Dan told me that, and we literally saw, it's hard to see, but if you look close enough, it is actually a different colour to the rest of the gold.
Pikachu not having a black tip at the end of his tail, having a brown bit at the beginning of his tail.
Yeah.
There's loads.
There's, what was it, Febreze?
Oh, Febreze isn't a double E, it's just one E.
Kit Kat not having a hyphen.
Kit Kat doesn't have a hyphen. Skechers doesn't have a T. Fruit and Loom, you think it has a basket in the background, but actually it doesn't. There's loads.
It's just
crazy. It's like getting Freddie Mercury singing "We Are the Champions."
Oh, yeah.
In the actual recorded version of the song, he doesn't say "of the world." But however, that one does have some truth.
Yeah.
When he was performing, I think it was like Live Aid or Band Aid, or he was doing something for charity. He said, "We are the champions of the world," and it was so iconic that people actually remember that as the real version when it's not.
Yeah, no, it's just crazy to me how people remember it a certain way, or maybe remember it wrong so much that they believe it, and then when you realise it and see how it is, you're like, oh yeah, it was always that, but how did I remember it?
You remember it so wrong, like, Luke, I am your father. And he doesn't say that. He says, Obi-Wan didn't tell you what happened to your father. He told me enough. No, I'm your father.
Incredible acting over here, by the way.
Is what he says.
Yeah. What was the other one that was really... So there was another one. But yeah, it's just...
One second, I think Dustin's jumping at that door.
Yeah, it's just crazy how you can remember stuff so wrong, but your mind believes it to be true to the point where you don't believe anything else until you actually see it.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's just like that. You've just remembered it so wrong, but it's mental that there's like millions of people that remember Nelson Mandela dying and him having a funeral live on TV.
That is a big one, because that is a massive difference.
Yeah, because he actually died in like 2014 or something, of like old age. So that's that one. That one is kind of cool because there's so many but it's like little things like getting song lyrics wrong. But it's the thing of, do you remember it wrong because somebody showed you it wrong, or do you remember it wrong because it's been that long that you can't remember?
Yeah, so your brain tries.
It's like Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
It's Looney Tunes, not Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
But is that because when you was younger you couldn't pronounce tunes, so you did tunes, and you just remembered it wrong?
It is strange. It is strange how it actually happens. It really is. But moving on. Now this one gets put. I mean, I've seen it on my TikToks recently. Because there's different theories about the universe and reality, and
people think that we're in a... This one is more if you believe in the simulation theory.
Yeah. And there's a lot of things like I'm sure everyone's been seeing there. It's called glitches in the Matrix. So like,
have you seen it? Is it that rabbit where it like just stops or something?
Oh, it's not even just rabbits. There's been records of planes just suspended in the air.
Yeah, see, like that one's not true. That one has been debunked. It's the way that there's no blue sky.
Yeah.
So it's the way that you're holding your camera to the way that the plane's actually how fast it's going, and because it's blue sky, it just looks like it's hovering. It's like a camera trick, basically. That one has been disproved.
But what? Oh, okay. But what? Is it just the camera though? Because surely they'd have to have seen something to get their camera out.
Yeah, no, it's like, it isn't like a camera trick. It's like, because the world's spinning and they're going at a fast rate, and because it's like a blue sky, it makes it just kind of look like that the plane's not going anywhere.
Right, okay, right. But yeah, there's other ones where birds just completely suspended, like, not even in the air, because obviously sometimes you have the wind. There is, I think there was, I literally just saw it recently, which gave me this idea for this topic, of a bird. I think there was that much headwind, it looked like, the title of it was, Bro Reached the End of the Map, and it was just kind of,
yeah.
He just couldn't go, he was just flying like that, and he wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
But there's been ones where birds are frozen, just walk on the pavement, just not doing anything.
Yeah.
And there's been other...
Have you seen the one where it's like glitches in the Matrix, and it's like celebrities just kind of, in middle interviews, just sort of go,
Yeah, they just act real weird.
And the interviewer's like, are you okay?
There has been weird ones where, because I've seen... well, to be fair, we can cover all three of these next points in one. There's ones where I've seen TikToks where
people's eyes change.
Yeah, eyes are changing.
Lizard people is what we're hinting at here.
But there's also ones where they've shown videos of realistic AI and how they move, and then they compare it to videos of, like, for example, who's the owner of Facebook?
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah,
that's
just
mental.
acting
exactly like a robot.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like, even there's another one. It's like one of the politicians. She's just walking, but really stiff and weird, like she's a robot. And there's another video of, is it Kate? I think it's Kate, but she looks like a dummy.
Who?
Is it Kate?
Kate who?
Hold up. Anyone carry on talking, I need to find...
The fact that you just said Kate, there's like a gazillion Kates in the world.
Just move on to another glitch, because I need to find this out.
Well, I'll move on to lizard people. People think that the high elites are all lizard people.
Yeah. Like there's different TikToks and things of like people...
And people say, oh, look at their eyes, and their eyes go slip, but that could just be like camera angles and lights flashing in their eyes, what makes it look different.
True, yeah.
Like, that one's easily disproved, but it's just like, people do think there's lizard people that sort of rule the world.
Sorry. Meghan
Markle.
Markle.
Oh, Markle.
Yeah. there's a video. I don't know why I thought. Oh, my brain just.
You thought of Kate Middleton, who's the other brothers.
Yeah. There's a video of Meghan Markle hugging Harry, and she just looks like a plastic. Like her face doesn't look real at all.
Do I?
Wait, I wonder if I can find it. Carry on.
And then moving on to AI, just like how dangerous AI could be.
Oh yeah. Then
and you know that it's really bad when Bill Gates and Elon Musk are the people who are like, we really shouldn't be fucking around with AI.
Yeah, we need to slow down.
We need to stop. Well, did you know that they turned Facebook's AI on and within 30 seconds had to turn it off because it created its own language?
There's been ones where they had 3 AI and they turned it off. One of them connected to a satellite, read instructions on how to turn itself back on, and then started. There's one of them I think where AI's killed a few people when they're trying to turn it off or something similar. But like the fact that they have such scary access to everything.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like we don't. If we give them too much or create them too like detailed or with too many features, they'll end up taking control.
It's the self-learning as well. What is the scary part.
Yeah, absolutely.
But no, like there's been ones that they've had to turn off because it created its own language to the other computers.
Yeah.
What is mental?
Yeah, look at this. Look at her face.
I think all of that is fake, bro, because that doesn't even look like Harry. That's not the real them.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, no, actually, no.
That's not the real them.
No, wait.
But this is why TikTok's dangerous. Like, you just saw that, and after the glance, you're like, fucking hell, she looks weird.
Yeah.
But it's not real.
No. I mean, that's the problem with these things. Like, people will take topics like that and just edit the fuck out of things to try. Like you said with the lizard eyes, they can probably do an editing trick or something was wrong with the camera that can.
Yeah.
It's like when fucking people started saying the Queen was a lizard because she had that problem with her eye, but no, she's just fucking old.
She's old.
Like the whole bruise with her hand. I'm like, mate, have you not seen like how people deteriorate when they get to that age?
Yeah, they just get old.
Like as much as she's the Queen, she has access to a lot. You can't just preserve body like that.
But we've covered the ones that we wanted to talk about. We may go into deeper ones in the future, but that was shower thoughts. Is there anything else that you want to talk about with shower thoughts?
Off the top of my head, no. I'll probably think of something by the time we turn the podcast off. So, but
no. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for tuning in.
Remember, you plugged it at the start.
I plugged it at the start. I plug it at the end, baby.
Okay. It's just to prove, right? If you got to this part of the podcast, just comment. I got to the end. I heard the second plug or something.
Yeah, just put second plug.
Yeah, second plug. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like you said, comment anything. We're always interested to expand our knowledge and talk about more different stuff because we only know a certain amount of things. If you guys have any theories, topics, things you want us to include in the next podcast or anything you want us to delve into a little bit more, feel free to comment and we'll take a look at that. We're open to it. And yeah, do you want to end this one?
Been Dan from Mason Productions.
And Tyler from Mason Productions.
Boom.